Good morning and welcome to beautiful Lemnos Island. I have made it. I am so happy to be here working with Clover Retreats. Nikki and Hugh are magical, and this morning I'm doing my practice here at Kalliopi Luxury Suites, and I will link them below because if you come to the island, this is where you need to stay. Okay, we're gonna do a short morning practice. I have got lots of things to do today, but I need to move this body. I've been on planes and flights and seen lots of friends, and I just need to get a little of that prana moving through. So let's breathe and move together. Start at the top of your mat. I want you to feel your feet on the ground beneath you. I want you to feel the heels, little lift of the arches. Toes are light. You can pick them up and move them, but when you set those down, you can feel the toe mounds pressing down in the earth. Really root down. Little drop of the tail, belly pulls back to the spine. We're going to get long and tall. Crown of the head reaches, and then we're going to breathe in. Big breath in. Exhale, we're going to forward fold, dive down. I want you to think about length and expansion as you move. So fold down, head gets heavy. Feel the spine stretching long. Maybe even reach for opposite elbows here. Little shake. And then we're going to halfway lift. Hand comes to shin or above the knees. Get long again. Tailbone reaches, crown of the head reaches, chin tucks. Exhale, fold all the way down. Feel the feet into the earth, and then we rise. Big expansion. Big breath in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Use the whole body. Belly pulls in. Exhale, fold. Maybe you even hug into the knees. And then reach and rise. Big breath in. Soften through the knees as you rise up. Press through. Squeeze your little tushy. And then exhale, fold all the way back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Soften, knees bend, shoulders pull away from the ears. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Last time, reach and rise. Soften through the knees, bend down, squeeze your little tushy, rise up. And then exhale, hands through heart. All right, now we move. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, find that halfway lift. We're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. Fingers tent, maybe you have blocks under the hands here. We're going to drop that back knee down. Reach and rise through the arms. So get balance through the body. Reach up and open. We're going to lift off that front foot just slightly. Drop the tailbone down. Protect the low back. Pull the belly in. You might feel a better stretch on the front of that right hip in that iliopsoas muscle. Open through the heart. And then sink in. All right, let's press in. Again, drop the tailbone, pull the belly back, open through the heart. Shoulders away from the ears, big, expansive breath. And then exhale, soften. Try that again. Press in, drop the tailbone, lift the heart, pull the belly. Exhale, soften down. Right hand's going to come down. Left hand's going to come to the knee. Don't let the foot rock open as much as you might. And then we're going to twist the torso open. Little back crack here. Think about the heart opening towards the sky, not the shoulder pulling back. Little opening here. Big breath in. Exhale. One more big breath in. And then drop the hands down. We're going to come back to that forward fold. So tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and then step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Pull the belly in. Exhale, hug and fold. Inhale, reach and rise all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Drop the left knee down. Find the balance in the feet first. And then we reach and rise all the way up. Open through the heart. Little protection in the low back. So drop that tailbone. Pull the belly back to spine. Press into that front foot. And then exhale, open through the heart. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, press in. Exhale, fold. Sink in. One more time. Inhale, press in. Exhale, sink in. Drop that inside hand, and then right hand comes to the knee. Twist the torso open to the knee. Try not to take the neck farther than the shoulder. Soft gaze. This is gentle morning practice. Pull the belly, twist open, and then plant through the hands. Step back to tabletop position. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, cow pose. Exhale, round through the back body. Cat pose. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Gaze goes towards the knees. Tuck the tail. Let's do that again. Tail lifts, heart lifts. Open. Drop the shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale, round through the back body. Inhale, open through the heart. This time, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze comes forward, nice and slow. Step to the top of the mat, find that forward fold. Inhale, reach and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart. Big breath in, open the heart, drop the tailbone, pull the belly in. Exhale here. Reach and rise all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back of the mat. This time we're going to keep that knee lifted. Here we go. Knee lifted here. Always an option to drop it back down. Reach and rise all the way up. High lunge. Drop that back foot into warrior one position. So little turn out of the back foot. Energy goes to the outer edge. And then we sink in. The hips are trying to train forward, but that right hip is pulling back just slightly. Press into that right foot, press into that left foot, and then lift up through the torso, lift up through the pelvic floor here. You sink a little deeper. Little pull up, and then sink a little deeper. Arms rise. Big full breath in. And then exhale, we're going to plant through the hands. Maybe you want to shorten your stance just slightly. Straighten through that front leg. Pull the belly away from the thigh. Now, depending on your body, that might not work. You might be resting down in the leg, and that is totally okay, but I want you to rest all the way down. Maybe the hands are on blocks or even a chair in front of you. The head hang heavy. Inhale, let's find a flat back. Reach the crown of the head. Can you get a little bit longer through the spine? Tuck the chin, reach the head. Big breath in. And then exhale, fold and settle. Try not to let that hip cock out to the side. Pull it back in line with the body. Take one more big breath in here. One more exhale. And then inhale. Press in through that back foot. Lift the back heel. Can you lift that back thigh? Big breath in. And then exhale. Place it next to that front one. Fold down. Soften through the knees. Reach and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart. Inhale, reach and rise. Fold all the way back down. Inhale, find that halfway lift. And then we're going to take the left foot to the back of the mat. Find that high lunge. Reach and rise all the way up. And then we're going to land that foot for warrior one. Again, a little turn out of the toe, press into that outer edge, sink into that front foot, but then lift up, drop the tailbone, pull the belly back, sink a little deeper. Make space in the right directions, drop the tailbone, pull the belly back, and you sink a little deeper. One more time, drop the tailbone, belly, and tailbone, and then reach the arms all the way up. Sink into that front knee. Oh, feel that sunshine. Big breath in here. Exhale. Get a little taller through the crown of the head, little tuck of the chin. And then we're going to drop the hands down. Maybe you want to walk that back foot in just slightly, straighten through that front leg. Think about length here, and try not to hyperextend. It's very easy for me to do so. So a little soft bend in that knee. Get length here. Pull the belly back to spine. Crown of the head reaches. Little tuck at the chin. Find that length here. Keep that right hip tucked back, and then fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Hands plant, bend into that front knee. And then can you lift that back leg? You're squeezing the glute, squeezing the hamstring. Press out through that back leg. Keep the hips square to the ground. Long. Think about length. Head reaches. Take a big breath in. And then step that foot to meet the front. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, reach and rise all the way up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands through heart. Big breath in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, find that halfway lift. This time, step back, high plank. Now you can stay here or we drop the knees. And then we're gonna slide the body forward, move the energy up and open. Drop the belly, but don't drop the belly. Keep the back safe, so keep the belly pulled in, soften the shoulders, soften the elbows, and then open through the heart. Variation of upward dog here with the knees down. If you really want upward dog, lift the knees open through the heart or keep them down. Loosey pants don't make for very good visualizations on that. So pull up, drop the tailbone, pull the belly back, protect the spine, big breath in. And then we're gonna take the hips back for child's pose. Arms reach forward, big breath in. Long breath out. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, walk the hands back towards the knees. Take the hands to the heart. Feel that sunshine. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale all the way. Open the arms down beside the body. We're going to plant through the right hand, reach the left hand up and over. If the body starts to collapse towards that ground, can you open it up towards the sun? Big breath in. And exhale, we're going to take the left hand all the way down, right hand up and reaches. Big breath in. Open it up. Exhale here. Let's do that again. Reach up and over. Right hand plants, left hand reaches. Feel that left hip rooted down. Feel the side body open. Stretch the ribs. Maybe the gaze goes up. Exhale over. Last time. Inhale up and over. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take the hands back to center. Take the hands back to heart. Thank you for sharing this morning practice with me. From my heart to yours. Namaste.